What's going on, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? We got a special match today. We got the Beast, William Bibbiani, taking on the inglorious one, Sam Levine. Let's get it cracking. Great poster. Love it.
Everyone in this Schmoedown is against Bibbiani, except for me. I know that he has the brains and the brain power to be the #1 person in this entire show.
I'm going to destroy everybody! I'm going to growl you, and I'm going to growl him, and I'm going to growl you, and I'm going to growl everybody. And your
I called that win.
Hardy pulls up the first big upset here and knocks out the darling, critically acclaimed.
You guys, you knew the answers. You were a little too eager, but you knew the answers. And I just want to say that 5-point question was bullshit, because that's not even movie trivia. That is a me. I knew that answer. So it was a bit unfair. We still got singles coming up. I have all the confidence in the world. We're taking this thing all the way, and you're here to witness it. Get ready for it. Go on.
From hell's heart, I growl at thee. For hate's sake, I growl at thee. Growl, growl, growl. So I got two things for you. First, I'm going to ask you about the singles league. Is this something now you want to keep competing in singles? Ultimate Schmoedown's coming around the corner again. You compete in that. Something you still want to do?
Absolutely. I've said this from the get. I love a good fight.
Right.
I'm here because I love movie trivia. The belts and stuff are fun.
Right.
And I know, you know, a lot of people get into it, and a lot of those guys have real factions and stuff, and they take it very seriously. I love movie trivia. I'm always happy to play.
And your winner! Yes! Advancing into the finals above the line!
Gonna be a great match.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ultimate Schmoedown Movie Trivia Singles Tournament. My name is merely Mark Baby Caracellis. That is Ken Knapsack, and sitting in between us, it's a Josh McCouga sandwich here today. It is time to get down with one of the bigger matchups we've ever had in the Ultimate Schmoedown. Sam Levine versus William La Beast Bibbiani. Ken Knapsack, are you as enamored by this matchup as you are by Josh McCouga's wardrobe?
Look at that thing, man. It looked like
Very impressive.
It's a hell of a jacket.
It looks like Jim Harbaugh threw up.
It does. I was going to say it looks like Double Dare threw up from the 80s.
Desmond Howard puke.
Yeah,
I appreciate
puke
that.
jokes aside, I'm looking forward to this one. The inglorious one, Sam Levine. He's one of the more popular players in the game, Mark. But he does have 4 losses, but he still intimidates people because he's a calm, collected demeanor. He knows his stuff. And those losses, Mark Riley, Dan Murrell, you, Classy Clark Wolf. If you're going to lose, that's a murderer's row.
That's murderer's row plus me. And Josh, when you look at this matchup, who do you think is going to be coming out on top? The Beast is technically the favorite here. It could go either way.
You know, Sam Levine he's a tricky trickster. You know, in the game, when we first had Sam Levine on Schmoes back in the day, and he played the game, he was unstoppable.
Best we've ever seen.
So coming into the movie trivia Schmoedown, we thought Sam Levine would be on top of Schmoedown Mountain, whacking people away like Sir Edmund Hillary back in the 1800s. But It has
Not
been
accurate.
Not
yeah,
accurate at all.
but right now, William Bibbiani, he may be the king of the entrances. He's a scary guy. We have to clean the studio every time he leaves. But both of these guys are fierce competitors. I don't know if I can make a pick here.
It's close, and let's talk about William the Beast Bibbiani, Mark Ellis, because this is let's say he's an angry man.
Angry.
He's had some big losses that, on one hand, might have humbled him a little bit, but they also just make him that much more hungry and determined.
That's why I love a matchup like this, because both of these competitors, however they came on the scene, they were like comets we had never seen before. Sam Levine with the game on the Schmoedown podcast, and then William the Beast Bibbiani with that first match where he threw near a perfect game, one of the best performances we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Since then, the competitors have had mostly their share of victories, but some liked losses, and here we are now with a row of other competitors here in the Ultimate Schmoedown that are like, I don't know who to root for, because either one of these guys can go all the way.
Right, if I'm going to place a bet, if I have, it's probably illegal in most states. But
Yeah.
for us to do it right now, I mean, Bibbiani, the loss his team critically acclaimed suffered in round 1 to late to the party has got to inspire him. Watching Roca not get eliminated has to inspire him. He is dangerous right now. He might be beyond this tournament dangerous. He's just so focused, angry, determined, but also, a little bit of a new demeanor, as you could see in what his pregame comments were.
Oh, absolutely. And for more on that, let's roll the tape.
Hey guys, this is Sam Levine. I am very excited to be participating today in the Ultimate Schmoedown singles tournament. Let's do this.
Growl, everybody. I am here. I am back. I am in the Ultimate Schmoedown
Growl.
singles tournament. Yeah, it was a bit of a
Growl.
letdown, but you know what? I am back, and I am in the Ultimate Schmoedown singles tournament.
So last year when I lost to Baby Carrots Ellis in the first round of the singles tournament, it was awful. I lost on questions I knew, and it really bugged the hell out of me. And he was a tough competitor. And I've got another tough competitor today in that of William Bibbiani, the Bibbs. But actually, I think he goes by the Beast. Whatever, he's not that scary.
Roca! I know I'm not fighting you right now. I'm about to fight Sam Levine right now, but he is a stepping stone. I am going to step on him and then move forward to probably other people, but eventually you!
I think the Beast calling me a stepping stone is a pretty obvious and easy height joke, and I feel like he could do better than that. I mean, shame on you. It's low-hanging fruit, pal.
I've had some mistakes before. I have been guilty of hubris. I've been guilty of underestimating my opponents and thus setting myself up for dramatic ironies. I'm going to do the opposite this time. I am going to overestimate Sam Levine, and I'm going to set him up for a dramatic, ironic conclusion. Sam Levine is going to destroy me. Afterwards, he's going to uppercut a T-Rex with a fistful of pandas. He's going to go back in time and direct 2001: A Space Odyssey and come back pregnant with Eva Marie Saint's child. And then I'm going to win.
Nothing would give me greater joy than to face Christian Harloff in the Schmoedown Spectacular later this year because, frankly, I think the guy's a punk. I say.
Woo! Shots fired. He's coming for you, Knick. Frankie
What is going on, everyone?
numbers.
Frank here from the Rundown, giving you your pregame analysis for today's matchup. Now, the Inglorious one, Sam Levine, he enters today's match answering 69% of his questions correct. And if his recent high level of play from the team tournament transfers over to today's match, it could get rough for Bibbiani. In that team tournament, Levine answered 80% of his questions. Now, as prolific as Bibbiani has been in the Schmoedown, his high accuracy rate of 81% has not transferred into the wins many thought would happen. Now, this can easily be attributed to his performance in the third round, where he has struggled to consistently answer his 3- and 5-point questions. So for both sets of these difficulties, he is 2 for 4. And when failing to answer these questions, his matches have resulted in losses. Now, if Bibbiani continues to struggle in the third round and the match is close, expect to see Levine shine here. Levine has a very strong history in the third round, especially with the 5-pointer, where he is 3 for 3 in his opportunities. But if Bibbiani wants to avoid a third round scare,
Levine, in his past matches, has left the door open in the second round, whereas opponents have stolen 5 of 6 opportunities for a total of 8 points. Now, due to the high level of play many expect from both of these players, it will most likely require a near-perfect match from someone to secure this victory. That's going to do it for this pre-match breakdown, and remember, for more stats and info on all your favorite players and teams, go follow at SD Rundown Stats on Twitter for more.
I mean, you see right there, Josh. I mean, both competitors primed. Sam Levine doing his cool, understated thing. Bibbiani, very big, bombastic. How do you get into the psychology of guys like this, and who do you think has the advantage?
I don't know. I feel like this is going up against William the Beast Bibbiani. A lot going up like a guy on steroids in the 80s Olympics. You could see it in their eyes that there was something up there. And then you raced them, and you watched them just whoop the competition. They came out of nowhere. But I'll tell you what, if you want to throw a racehorse up there against a man full of steroids, it's Sam Levine.
I think you're talking about a different game altogether, Josh, but it's close enough.
Movie trivia is what's
But as you
happening.
saw, Sam calm and collected, but he called out Harloff. He wants to advance to face him in December. And Bibbiani trying a new strategy. He's not going to underestimate anyone. He knows he's had some hubris that's led him down the wrong path when it comes to wins and losses, but he still believes he is the best.
If there's one thing you can take away from this match, folks, it's don't mistake calm and collected for shy, and don't mistake big and bombastic for cocky. Both these guys can play the ultimate Schmoedown. And again, as we look at the tail of the tape here, tell us some of the strengths of each competitor.
Absolutely. William the Beast Bibbiani is his strengths. I mean, he's got a lot of them, let's face it, but classics, Oscar movies, and growling. He has become excellent at that. Sam, his scores and soundtracks, we've seen him dominate that type of stuff, 2000s, because he's been in a lot of movies in the 2000s, and just being a charming performer. I love watching Sam work.
He's got a great voice for radio at summer
Yeah,
camp,
he does. I like Sam a lot.
Yeah, big
He's
fan.
good.
He's
a Cubs fan, but we're okay with
a
that.
movie star versus maybe the best employee that Blockbuster Video ever had. Josh McCouga, are you ready?
I'm ready, Mark.
Ken Knapsack, how does your throat feel today?
Oh, I feel great.
Let's have some Schmoedown. Say your line.
Oh.
Voice is better.
Right.
Do the thing.
Do the thing?
Do it, Ken.
Let's get ready to Schmoedown. It's Schmoedown time. Introducing first, representing above the line, with a record of 3 wins, 4 defeats, and 1 KO. The inglorious one, Sam Levine.
There he is. Look at him. He is a specimen. He looks like a middleweight.
To a song
He looks like a middleweight.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and he looks about as cool as Ferris right now. The song later appeared in a Twix commercial.
It sure did.
And his opponent, representing the Growling Commandos, with a record of 3 wins, 2 defeats, and 1 KO. He's the co-holder of the most points scored in a match record. He is William the Beast Bibbiani. What's happening there?
Parted, but
Something's happening. I don't know.
I didn't even see him come in.
He's invisible.
Where is Bill Duke? Gonna have me some fun.
This is
That was a
hard fight
kick-ass
for Josh
entrance.
McCouga, who scares easily. How is your ticker
I
right
am
now?
not feeling great, Mark. I saw the curtains move. I am not a fan. I don't like ghosts. I don't like predators. And I don't like beasts.
Folks, there's a reason why Josh is sitting between his 2 parents, Ken and myself. He is going to be okay. He has wet himself. He is wearing poise. I think we can get through the match.
Absolutely. Male underwear is
Well,
a thing.
guys, we ain't got time to bleed. Are you ready, William the Beast?
Let's get to the chopper.
Sam.
Let's do this thing.
All right, then it's time. It's Schmoedown time.
That's right. That's what Ken says and points at me, and that means it's time to recite the rules for 2 men who do not need it whatsoever. In round 1, you will hear 8 questions from 8 different movie categories. Each question is worth 1 point when you hear the question, please write down your answer on the whiteboard in front of you. When we ask you to reveal your answer, please show it to the cameras at the same time you verbalize it to us up here at the answer desk. There is no penalty for missing a question, and there is no stealing in round one. William Bibbiani, you, the Beast, are the favorite. Are you ready to play?
Yes.
I thought he was going to go the other way on that one, Sam Levine.
Yeah, let's do this.
Very cool, calm,
I'll tell
collected.
you what, Sam Levine's the kind of guy comes up behind you, puts a knife in your back, and says, "I'll see you later."
That's right, 9 times.
I either stabbed you or I didn't. Let's do this.
Hey, let's do it.
Times.
Let's do it.
Your first question comes from the world of action-adventure movies. These are movies that feature action and or adventure. In the Ben Affleck action attempt reindeer games, who played Ashley, his love interest and prison pen pal?
You're in a pen pal, Mark?
I've never seen reindeer games. I wanted to see it when it came out in theaters. It was right in my wheelhouse at the time.
Yeah.
I missed it. Did I miss anything?
I don't
Shit.
think so.
According to the editorials in our questions, no.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I know I'm
and
wrong, but
1.
Ashley
William
Judd.
Bibbiani.
I want to say Charlize Theron.
That is a point for you, sir, and Sam Levine.
I will concur with my colleague, Charlize.
There you go.
Point for
Right.
both of them.
Colleagues.
Josh McCool.
Thank you.
In the category of dramas. Which Spike Lee joint sees Harvey Keitel investigate a drug-related shooting involving Mekhi Phifer and Isaiah Washington?
I love Mekhi Phifer's appearance in the Eminem song. He's good in the movie.
He's good.
But he's good in the song, because you ain't no Mekhi Phifer.
No, he's not. And he loves his mom's spaghetti.
Mom spaghetti, damn it, you beat me to the
Gotcha.
punch. 5, 4,
Jungle
3,
Fever.
2, 1. Sam Levine.
Is it Clockers?
It is Clockers. William Bibbiani, what answer
I
did you
almost wrote Clock Stoppers, but it is Clockers.
have? It is, in fact, Clockers.
There you go.
Perfect ball game early on, Ken.
All right, guys. Category comedy. Third question coming in. In Monty Python and the Holy Grail, which character succeeds in cutting off the arms and legs of the Black Knight?
I think this is the
My marker just took a crap on me.
Animal House.
Well, wait that way.
Funniest movie ever made.
You've seen DC Cap.
I don't even know who's in that. Is that the one that Jake Steinfeld drives?
I was going to go with the
5,
second movie,
4,
Bewitched reboot.
3, 2. You're a Clippers fan? 1. William Bibbiani, your answer.
Tis but a scratch, and it was King Arthur.
That is correct, Sam
Oh, I'm
Levine.
such an idiot. I literally just erased Arthur.
Oh, Levine. Writing.
Golden Ellis.
Game over.
And we're done.
I
Thank you,
don't
everybody,
know.
for joining us.
The
at
Russian
Ultimate
is
Trivia
cut.
Showdown.
I'm
Russian
getting
is cut.
the word from the judges. We are not canceling the match. We will continue.
Oh,
And now we go
I'll
on
have other stuff to do.
horror thriller is the next category. And the question therein is, which Alfred Hitchcock film starred Kim Novak and James Stewart playing a detective forced to retire partially due to his fear of heights?
Jesus, I got a fear of mostly spiders.
Spiders are your big thing. Ken, what are you most afraid of in life?
I'm most afraid of questions with syllables that I can't put together.
Ooh, you're xenophobic.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3.
Clear window?
Pens down, please. Sam Levine.
I have a little vertigo myself after this question.
You and David Duvall and Bibbiani.
Vertigo.
There you go. He drew us a nice little picture. What a nice guy. No points
that
for
part
the
from
picture.
Vertigo.
No points awarded.
Your next question comes from the category of golden statued naked men. That'd be Oscars. In Oscars, what was the silent movie sensation that won Best Picture at the 2011 Oscars?
You ever thought of taking a vow silence?
No, not really.
How
My
long do
parents
you
used
think
to play
you
that
could stay
silent game?
Yeah, did you ever win? You
Never.
versus Ben McCougan. Who wins silent game?
I wish they'd asked about the first
The
one.
artist.
Yeah, that would have been a question. I mean, we both would know, of
And
course.
one looks like they have the answers based on their banter.
Yes,
Did
lots
he
of
on?
banter. It was the artist.
And
Yeah,
that
it sure
is
was.
correct, and it certainly was. And
5-4.
here we go. Ken Knapsack.
All right, guys, your sixth question comes in the category of rom-coms.
These are
That is,
romantic comedies. Ken.
comedies with a romantic tinge to them.
They are.
Romancing comedy.
Yeah. Aw.
Enough said. Enough Said is one of the last screen performances from James Gandolfini, who played his co-star and romantic interest.
Big fan of James Gandolfini. Loved Sopranos.
I saw one episode of The
Mexican.
Sopranos, and it was the one where David Lee Roth plays poker with the gang.
Yeah, he does.
Why do you think I watched that episode?
Because David Lee Roth.
You're damn right I did.
Yeah.
In 5, 4,
Julia Louis
3,
Dreyfus.
2, and a 1. Let's go to Sam Levine.
Elaine.
That is
That is
true.
true. Julia Louis-Dreyfus and William Bibbiani.
I also picked Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
You
because
picked
it's the correct answer.
correctly, and Bibbiani still throwing a perfect game
Here he
late into
goes.
round 1. It is tied close enough. 1 point lead for Bibbiani.
You know what words mean,
Which
right?
is practically tied.
Practically tied.
It's a virtual tie here. 1 point separates the tie. Fantasy sci-fi is the next category.
Science fiction.
And this is fictional science, and your question is, what color was Luke Skywalker's call sign at the end of Star Wars A New Hope? Big fan of those movies.
I've never seen him.
You should watch them because it's like Robotech meets Dragon Slayer.
Big fan of War Stars.
We watch
Robotech again?
A little bit of Krull.
And a 5.
Red 5.
3, 2, and 1. We're going to need your answer.
From whom?
The Beast goes.
So start with me. Oh, was it red?
That's correct.
That is
Okay.
correct. There
No,
you
we
go.
both. I also guessed blue.
Oh, man,
Oh,
that
yes.
could be the
Yeah.
match right
It's an
there.
important thing to know.
Right.
That's going to really pay off later in life.
Points.
That's all right.
And, Ken
That
and
one I don't feel
Josh.
bad about not knowing.
This is the last
I'll throw things
question
at myself.
in
Star Wars
round
is not
1.
actually that interesting or important.
Going to be asked by Josh McCouga here. Only 2 points
Final
separates
question,
the tie.
right, Final question. Final question
Beast has
here.
been perfect so
in
far.
round 1, Beast, if he gets this correct, he gets a bonus question.
Mm-hmm.
Coming of age, in the coming of age category, name an actor that is featured as a student in the 1989 drama Dead Poets Society.
Could be
Multiple answers. Multiple answers.
looking for 1.
Just one answer.
Shit, Robin.
One is the
Just need 1, but we're going to start at 5.
I can't remember an actor.
3,
I know Robin
2,
Williams. Can't
1.
remember a student.
Sam Levine.
There was so many to choose from,
Yep.
but I went with my homeboy, Mr. Josh Charles.
That is
That is
correct.
correct.
I saw him at Baja Fresh one time. He looked like a very nice guy. It's a
delightful.
beast.
He's delightful.
Love Baja Fesh.
I'm going to go with the one who made me cry, Robert Sean Leonard.
Yeah.
Well
Neither one of them
done.
took Ethan Hawke, and that's because they know how to play the game well.
That's right. But
Interesting.
that means William the Beast Bibbiani perfect in round 1.
Perfect round 1. Roll the graphic, play the music, start the marching
round
band,
for
and now,
me.
Beast, you will get a bonus question for having a perfect round 1. This question is to you and only you, so Sam Levine can kick back and enjoy his 6-point performance in round 1. Your question, William Bibbiani. How many replicants was Deckard tasked to kill in the film Blade Runner?
Strucker Hauer, Daryl Hannah. 4?
And that is correct. A perfect round for the Beast, William Bibbiani. Moving on to
I'm
round
gonna
2,
watch
round
Blade
2
Runner
is
for
known
the
as the
first
wheel
time
round, and
tomorrow
each
night.
competitor will get 4 questions. These correspond to one
In
of those wheel
preparation
categories
for
up there.
Blade
Each
Runner
question is worth 2 points.
2049.
If you are not sure of the answer, you can check the multiple choice, at which point the value of the question goes down to 1. Keep in mind, competitors, that there is stealing available in round 2. And also remember, you are awarded a spin mulligan if you don't like the category you spin. William Bibbiani, you are not only in the lead, but you also were the favorite. Would you like to spin first or defer to Sam?
I would like to spin first, and thank you for all that exposition. That was great.
That's what I am here to do. I put passion and emotion into every bead of sweat that comes off my
He
forehead.
is a
a lot of
verbose
sweat.
human.
Let's do this. Wheel of morality. Turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn.
Beast gives it a spin. You got to be
So
thinking he's
long.
looking for classics
Spin.
up
I
there.
like that spin.
He loves him some classics, and is it gonna get there? Is it gonna get there? Tarantino.
Just short of classics. Just short of classics.
Tarantino movies. How do you feel about that
I'm
one?
going to go one more time.
He wants to spin
I
away.
believe that was an
Classic?
insult to Sam's
That's
career as
right.
in a Quentin
Sam
Tarantino.
Levine, so good in Inglourious Bastards.
Fantastic in the movie.
And Bibbiani spitting in his face.
That wasn't very nice.
No, I didn't think it
But
was
a great
correct.
sound
Following direction.
Great sound effect.
And
Ooh,
we
that's
are looking
classic.
at
Yeah.
Festival Darlings. That is a new category up here, and
Say.
to administer that will be none other than myself, Mark Ellis. William Bibbiani, you spun Festival Darlings, and your first question is thus. What is the end song performed at the finale of the film Whiplash? A. Caravan, B. Whiplash, C. Upswingin', or D. When
C?
I Wake?
Upswinging?
Upswinging?
That is incorrect. Sam Levine.
Is it Caravan?
1 point for Sam
Wow,
Levine.
here he comes. It's a steal. Big steal, Mark. Huge steal. That is walking out of the grocery store with the O. Henry bar right there.
Your next question. It's a very accurate description, actually. Which character discovers that he is colorblind in Little Miss Sunshine?
You need the character's name?
Need the character's name.
The actor. I need multiple choice. I don't remember the name.
Is it A. Richard, B. Frank, C. Ed,
Frank.
or D. Dwayne?
Frank.
Richard?
That is incorrect.
I believe it's Dwayne.
It is Dwayne.
I said on the first one. I didn't know.
Oh, man.
I knew Dwayne.
Your next question. In the film The Diary of a Teenage Girl, Minnie aspires to a career as what?
She's already a teenage
Clothing
girl.
designer.
I actually didn't say it. Okay, let's do multiple choice.
Is
Clothing
it A. Cartoonist, B. Clothing designer, C. Singer-songwriter, or D. Filmmaker?
B.
Filmmaker.
That is incorrect.
Okay.
Sam Levine.
This is a straight guess. Is it cartoonist?
1 point for Sam Levine.
I saw the trailer. I saw the trailer.
Steals.
This is really bad for me.
I saw the trailer.
Right, it's all tied up.
We
In the
now.
words of Mark Ellis, it is tied.
You know what? I'm thinking of the Desperate Movie with Lindsay
Also the little
Lohan.
guys.
Wrecking
That's
the
what I'm
beast
wearing
here.
Sam
here at
Levine
the
going full
Schmoedown.
Italian
You
job
do
on
have
the beast
one
there.
question
Oh my
left.
God. Stealing
And
everything.
your question, if you get this right off the bat, you will reclaim the lead from Sam Levine.
All right.
And your question is, what instrument does Don's brother play in his band in Welcome to the Dollhouse? A fart is not one of the options.
Should be.
That's an oboe.
Do you know this?
I have an inkling.
He has an inkling.
Does he play
Interesting.
Is
guitar?
an inkling? Is an inkling?
Is that
an
your final
That's
answer?
my final answer.
Guitar is incorrect, Sam Levine.
Is it piano?
It is not piano, it is a clarinet.
Oh,
But,
clarinet.
Festival Darling
I'm thinking
certainly
of the
played the
Goose
Beast
egg.
there.
Goose egg.
It has been a long time since we've seen the Beast struggle like that, if ever, in this category or in this tournament, in this game, the movie trivia Schmoedown. The Beast flummoxed, and now Sam Levine spin that wheel and see if he can build on this
Good
momentum.
Sam.
Sam Levine poised to quit after he got the third question in round one wrong.
Oh,
Now he's
got
got
90s.
Let's rock and roll.
He's going
He's
rock
gonna
and
do
roll.
it.
He is going to the
90s. Yeah, I got a inkling that Sam knows his name.
He says inkling, that means he's
He was around.
All right, you've got 90s movies, Sam. You're sticking to it. 4 questions in this category. First one in. Who plays former IRA sniper Declan McQueen?
Richard
in
Gere.
1997's The Jackal?
Richard Gere.
I believe that is Bruce Willis.
Incorrect.
Richard Gere.
That's a steal.
Wow. This is a game of steals, Mark Ellis.
steals.
It's a game of steals.
I swapped him.
suddenly all that momentum that Levine had, maybe back in the Beast corner a little bit.
Jeez.
This is basically traded category.
All right, question two. In the 1997 movie In and Out, who plays Cameron Drake, the actor who outs his English teacher as being gay in his Best Actor acceptance speech at the Oscars?
Matt Dillon.
That's correct. 2
Matt
points.
Dillon. This is a back and forth battle of bastards.
like
I'm sure they have moms.
Tennis with movie trivia.
Yes, really is.
You don't know me.
I don't. I'm sorry.
All right. Third question. Who played Drew Barrymore's evil stepmother in Ever After?
Was it Kate Blanchett?
Fan favorite.
All the women in the room are gasping because clearly this was a seminal film for them in the 90s.
Yes, Queen.
All right,
I think it
give
was
me
Kate
multiple choice.
Blanchett.
A. Helen Mirren. B. Angelica Houston. C. Meryl Streep. D.
Helen
Julie
Mirren.
Andrews.
Helen Mirren.
Could you repeat the answers?
A. Helen Mirren. B. Angelica Houston. C. Meryl Streep. D. Julie Andrews.
Helen Mirren.
Angelica Houston?
It's correct for a point.
She's evil.
Damn,
She's
you're
evil.
guessing mouth.
You talk about
That was
inklings.
process of elimination.
That's the old Josh McCougar guess right
They
there.
really should have thrown a few.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you there, Sam. Real nice.
Thank you, guys.
Don't be proud of us.
Appreciate that.
All right, fourth and final question in this category, Sam. What is the name of the American submarine captured by Scott Glenn in The Hunt for the Red October?
What is the name?
Of the yes.
American submarine.
Yes.
I believe it is the USS Indianapolis.
Incorrect.
Love that.
Shit, wish you got multiple choice.
There's a reason I didn't.
Yeah.
Played by Levine, KG veteran.
The USS Tennessee.
Incorrect. Looking for the Dallas.
Bibbiani got closer, going more towards the south, but
Yes.
nonetheless.
I
Dallas,
can even
Texas.
hear Courtney B. Vance screaming, "Way to go, Dallas!" I screwed the
Very interesting turn of events for both competitors here in round two. And going into round three, I'll get the quick take from my panel of commentators up here. Who has the advantage going in?
You know, Sam feels he's got to be in a fortunate position here. He wasn't expecting to have that lead coming out of that round. To see Bibbiani put up a goose egg is something we don't see. But, you know, you can't count out the beast, Joe.
Here's how round three works, is that each competitor is going to give us a series of 3 numbers that range from 1 to 20. Those numbers correspond to a movie category up here at the answer desk. Your first question is going to be worth 2 points. Your next 3, your last 5, if we get that far. Sam Levine, you are tied but in the lead. Your 3 letters / numbers.
What are my parameters?
1 to 20.
All right. I will go with 3.
Solid.
That was a tough one. Let's go with 8 and 12.
Good,
All right.
good numbers.
He
Those are
finally remembered 3 numbers existing
Yes.
between 1 to 20.
Yep, you got there.
William Bibbiani.
I'm going to crowdsource this. What should I pick?
3.
2, 9, and 6.
2, 9, and 6 in that order. I will be administering the questions to Mr. Bibbiani. And you are up first, and your first category that the crowd selected for was number 2, and up here that corresponds to crime movies. Crime movies. And your question for 2 points. Bricktop, Bullet Tooth Tony, and Boris the Blade are all characters in what 2000s gangster comedy?
Leprechaun in the Hood?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Read the question.
Bricktop, Bullet Tooth Tony, and Boris the Blade are all characters in what 2000s gangster comedy?
Leprechaun in the Hood.
Whole 9 yards?
That is incorrect. Looking for Snatch. Looking for Snatch. Snatch, and so Bibbiani still
All right, let's
needing
do
some
this.
points here. Now you can take the lead and force Sam to answer his first question.
I would like to.
You selected, or the crowd selected for you, number 9. And that is the category of directors.
There you go.
These are directors that have directed a movie.
Or movies.
And your question is, name 2 David Fincher movies starring Brad Pitt.
7 and Moneyball.
Okay. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. And one of the others.
Moneyball.
Which I am weirdly blanking on.
Moneyball.
Fight Club.
That is correct.
Wow.
That is correct.
Don't know why I blanked on
It
that.
happens.
Yeah.
I had a stroke
was
when I was
digging.
up here.
Got
going
the
against Dan Rowe.
lead.
It was-
Bibbiani going into the dark recesses of his mind for that
tell
one.
you what, that was tough.
And he walks out with a Fight Club. The first rule about Fight Club, I guess that he broke the rule for 3 points, Ken.
Absolutely, which puts it back to Sam. You're going to get a 2-point question. Sam, you chose the number 3. That is the category of dramas.
Perfect.
Dramas. In The Martian, who played the director of media relations of NASA?
Was it
Jeff
Jeff?
Daniels?
Incorrect. Looking
Kristen
for
Wiig.
Kristen Wiig. Kristen Wiig.
He was the director.
She gets to look
Yeah.
I only saw the funniest comedy of that year once.
Yes.
That's true. That's a funny movie.
The funniest comedy of the
That
year.
is a great
according to
movie
Golden Globes.
about the power of humor to keep you alive.
There was
Great
too
movie.
much laughter to go again, huh, Sam?
All right. So, Sam, that means you still have to answer a question here. Your 3-point question coming next. You chose the number 8.
Yeah.
That is the category of 80s movies.
Okay,
80s
that's appropriate.
movies. All right.
With the number 8.
In The Princess Bride, according to Vicini, what is the most famous of the classic blunders?
Oh my God. Never get into a land war in Asia.
That is correct.
Well
Puts it
remembered.
back to
Okay, and
Oh,
suddenly Levine has forced the hand of Bibbiani, and Bibbiani, you have one question
good.
remaining, and it's
All right,
worth a
let's do this.
huge 5 points you're going to need to force it back over to Sam. You selected number 6.
Yes, not number 7, which you had said before.
I never said number 7, although
did
it
off
is
camera, you probably cut it
lucky.
out.
Number 6
Okay.
corresponds to fantasy sci-fi.
Okay.
Fantasy sci-fi. And your 5-point question. In the film Looper, who plays Abe Mitchell, the man who manages the Loopers?
Is it John Hurt?
Literally just said the number. Sam Levine. Daniel, the name of the set. Wow,
You
Mark.
just can't underestimate in a clash of styles the one that talks the least, the one that carries the biggest stick. That ended up being
Great
Sam
win,
Levine here
Sam.
today. Bibbiani with some really tough questions in that round 2 festival darling nightmare of a wheel wedge,
The
but
new classics are sounding.
Sam Levine stepping up. Josh McCouga, your thoughts on today's
I tell you what,
incredible match?
this ultimate Schmoedown, it really is the March Madness of Schmoedown. The stakes are higher.
It's mayhem.
It's mayhem. It really, today's match was fantastic. I thought both dudes really fought through some tough questions. Maybe that Festival Darlings category is my new nightmare. That will keep me up at night thinking about Festival Darlings.
That's right, and you compare it to March Madness, Ken, it might be like a Duke early exit here for Bibbiani, but for somebody who is built to last like a Michigan State, that's more Sam Levine speed.
I'll quote the late great Jack Buck. I don't believe what I just saw. That
Yes.
was an impressive feat from Sam and William Bibbiani. He's still the beast, but he came up with a goose egg in round 2, something I did not think we'd see.
That is the ecstasy and the agony of the playoff format here in the Ultimate Schmoedown. For an interview with the winner and the loser of today's match, we throw it over to our very own Jen Sturger. Take it away, Jen.
What's up, Schmoedown fans? I'm here with Sam Levine. That was amazing.
It's, I will often say this, that luck plays a huge component in the Schmoedown, and I was certainly the beneficiary of some bad luck on Bibbiani's part and some good luck on my own. And contrary to what he believes, I was only guessing on Whiplash when I said Caravan. I knew Paul Dano's character was Dwayne, and what was the other one? Exactly.
Diary of a
Can't remember.
Teenage
Diary of a
Girl.
Teenage Girl. I saw the trailer and I remember cartooning, so that's an educated guess.
But let's be real, when he landed on that, we didn't really know what we were getting into with
No.
Festival Darlings. Were you shocked at the level of difficulty?
Those were some very hard questions. Having to name a character in a movie is always hard because that's generally not something people remember unless we're talking about a super famous movie. And it's certainly a well-liked movie, but I don't know that anyone could just off the top of their head name a character in Little Miss Sunshine.
And it was a close match the entire way through. Tell me when you were going into that third round, what were you thinking?
I was just thinking I made it here and I have the points lead, don't blow it. And then I was so angry at myself for not getting my first question, which I didn't remember what it was, but it was one I should have known. Is that, anybody remember it? Nope, no help.
Nope.
Well,
Nope,
whatever
everybody's
my
gone home.
1 point question was, I blew it. But I was very happy that I remembered The Princess Bride well enough. I was sitting there for a second,
was
legitimately
amazing.
replaying the scene as best I could in my own brain, because I knew he only says those 2 things, but I just couldn't remember the order. And and I figured I vaguely remembered him saying the second and lesser known is never bet against a Sicilian when death is on the line, so I took a shot.
Were you a little nervous after that first round when he got all of them right?
I was a little nervous, but not terribly nervous because I know how big a factor the wheel is. And if you can keep it within,
it was a factor today.
I feel like if you can keep it within 2 or 3 points, the wheel can be your friend.
So now that you won, you're going to face either Jason Inman or John Roca.
Wow.
That's
really, a tough
Sophie's
one.
choice.
That is a tough one. I mean, Jason Inman is a fierce competitor. I've watched his matches. That guy knows his stuff, and he's a decent person. John Roca, on the other hand, is a monster in human skin form, and I would gladly take him on to take him down.
Awesome. Well, best of luck to you the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
This was a phenomenal match, and we can't wait to see what the rest of it looks like for you.
Thank you very much. I'm as surprised as anyone else here today.
Go get ready. Wow, Bibbs, that was a tough match. Where's Ricky?
Ricky is wheeling and or dealing. He was very non-specific, but I assume he is out there making the deals and or the wheels in order to make the Growling Commandos at least get like a book deal or something out of this. I don't know. We're obviously not doing that great in the Ultimate Schmoedown.
That was definitely a tale of 3 rounds. In the first round, you killed it.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you feel pretty good about
really
yourself.
good,
You had been feeling confident going to that second round, and then you landed on Tarantino, decided to pass, and landed on Festival Darling.
And I thought I was going to do fine. I go to festivals. I go to Sundance almost every year. I go to Toronto National Film Festival almost every year.
Name dropper.
They name a festival? Me and Toronto, me and Toronto are like this. No, but like those were like really specific questions. Yeah. Those were not like general, hey, remember that movie? It was just like, no, you'd better remember Paul Dano's name in Little Miss Sunshine. And I'm like, no, it's Paul Dano. That's who that was. That was Paul Dano. I don't need to know his name. I know it's Paul Dano because it's Paul Dano.
And somehow, as if that round wasn't hard enough, Levine came up with the answers for 2 of them.
I know. And
what was that about?
Pure guessing, too. Pure guessing. Here's the thing with me and Sam. Me and Sam were both, I think we're both very good competitors.
You're amazing.
But we both have really bad luck sometimes. We just get a movie we never saw, spin of the wheel that's just doesn't go our way. And this time, the wheel favored Sam. And I'm going to watch him. I'm going to watch him progress through the Ultimate Schmoedown as my avatar. I look forward to seeing him kill everybody, kill Roca. If he possibly can, that'd be great. Meanwhile, I get to stay at home and not drive to Burbank in rush hour traffic all the time. So really, I get to, it's not a win for me. I'm not going to go that far, but I get to look on the bright side a little bit. But man, that Festival Darlings, Little Darlings would have been a better category for me. Just nothing but questions about Little Darlings. It would have been fine.
It may be the new movie release dates.
They expect you to know those movies inside and out, man. Beware the great red dragon. It's Festival Darlings. Growl, growl. Growl, growl. Growl, growl.
You see right there, I mean, clearly the beast flummoxed by Festival Darlings, Josh. Yes. That might have been the hardest draw I've ever seen.
I hate darlings, and I hate festivals. Put them together.
Kill your darlings.
Worst. The worst.
But you have to hand it to Sam. He's ready. He's focused. He knows he wants Harloff in December. It's spectacular. He is out here. Like I said, those 4 losses prior to all big names. It could have gone the other way. He's got his 4th victory, and it's a key one.
That's right. Huge props to Sam Levine and William Bibbiani. He's not going anywhere except for the moment. He's going to have to sit on the sidelines and watch the rest of the Ultimate Schmoedown tournament. Like all of you guys out there, so make sure right now you join the Facebook page, Movie Trivia Schmoedown, and check out the Schmoedown Rundown podcast for all the latest in the goings-on of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. For Ken Knapsack and Joshua Hercules Makuga, I am merely Mark Ellis. Thank you guys so much for watching here today. Subscribe right here to Collider Video.
Well, guys, that's another Movie Trivia Schmoedown reaction coming at you. So until next week, it's your boy C-Dub. Peace.